better than before
Good.
hurricane, so we have an improvement. So
Good, good. I'm glad to hear that. Well, I know last time when we were together, you had mentioned that you wanted to start, well, we all agreed that you would start the online classes and you would get part-time work on like a third shift basis. And then we were going to today focus on like clarifying how we were going to make that happen, creating a plan. So, with your, well, where do you want to start? Do you want to start with talking through your education goals or your employment goals?
let's start with employment.
Okay, I know you're really excited about that.
I'm so excited.
Yes. All right. So you said you've got a goal, and I'm just going to take notes, and then I'm going to give you a copy of it so that you can have something in your hand to look back on after this. So you have a goal of getting part-time employment. So tell me a little bit more about the type of employment you were thinking about having.
Well, I think since it's third shift, it's going to be pretty limited. Um, I was thinking maybe I could be like an overnight person, say at like the homeless shelter, like answering phones or a crisis center. These kinds of things will be my first option. But
Mm-hmm.
considering I haven't worked in a while, I'm not very too picky. So if I can't find anything kind of slightly administrative in nature, I would be open to retail or factory work for now, just because I am just would just be transitioning back into the workforce after a while.
Okay. And you said that you haven't worked in a while. Where did you work before?
Oh goodness, it's been so long. Actually, I was a customer service representative for Citi.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever heard of Citi.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a bank.
Okay.
So I did that, worked in a call center kind of job,
Okay.
like a 3 to 11 kind of thing.
Okay.
And I've actually been a bartender, so
Okay.
that's pretty much.
So you've got a lot of interpersonal customer service type skills in
Yeah,
your game.
I did.
At those call center jobs, did you have to take notes and record your conversations?
I did.
Okay. So you've got typing skills,
Mm-hmm.
and I know you've graduated from high school.
I have.
Okay, so
I could type 83 words per minute.
awesome. I'm not sure if I can type that much. That's awesome. Good. Okay, so you've got some really great skills, like you said, for admin work. You said you would prefer to work overnight at a homeless shelter or something like that. Okay, so would it be fair to say an objective would be to maintain employment or to gain employment in administration, and then we can kind of see what fits.
Yeah, if I can get there, that would be great.
Okay. All right. So, from your past experience, since you've had a job before, what are some steps that you recall having to take in order to get a job?
Well, I remember, I sat down and I had to develop a resume.
Mm-hmm.
So I did my resume. I contacted people I knew from, like my first job. For my second job, I contacted my first job to see if there was anybody there I could use for a reference. Call up some people who knew me, outside of like friendship wise. And so I had to get references together. I had to do a resume. I had to make sure I had appropriate attire from the interview and just kind of practice, what I would do. See how I can make my resume creative. So these are the kinds of things that I thought about. And with the city job, it was pretty simple. I, turned in everything and they called me back for an interview and they hired me a week later. So that was pretty smooth. And I'd only applied for 3 jobs. So I thought that was really good that I got, a call back after only 3 applications. And the bar thing, it was a little more intense. And I had to go in and show them at what speed I could make things and with what efficiency and,
Mm-hmm.
those kinds of things. So that was a little more competitive. There were more people, applying for that. But
Mm-hmm.
it worked out. So it went really well.
Great. You've had a great deal of experience from this. So really, I think what we would want to focus on is just trying to polish up all of the skills that you seem to already have. Um, when's the last time you looked at your resume?
I want to say that I looked at it, a few months ago because I am interested in going to work, but I haven't polished it up or even touched it in years.
Okay.
Probably 3 or 4 years.
Okay. So could we say that one of the first task that we'll want to do is to revise your resume. Um, so I'll write that down as one of the
Mhm.
tasks.
Okay, great.
And you can do that a few different ways. You can go to the Career Development Center and they have specialists there that will look through your resume and ask you questions and make revisions to your resume based on the things that you tell them. Do you think you might be able to go to the Career Development Center and have them review your resume?
Yeah, I think I can do that.
Okay. I know your schedule is busy working with the kids. When do you think you might be able to, excuse me, do that?
Um, I'd say that I could definitely go any day after 3 because that's when church gets off.
That's good.
My,
Okay.
it's pretty cold in here. Do you think your secretary could shut the door?
Oh, sure. Secretary Sue Ann, could you please go shut the door? Thank you so much, Secretary Sue Ann.
You're so accommodating here.
Oh, no problem. Anything to make you comfortable. So, you said anytime after 3. So, are Fridays good?
I think that would be just fun.
Friday after 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will have, as one of your tasks, that you will go to the Career Development Center and have your resume reviewed, and by Friday, 3:30.
Sounds great.
All right.
Now, do I need to do anything to it or just bring it to them and then
Just
they'll
bring
help?
it to them,
Okay.
and they'll ask you questions about your experience, and they will look at your resume, and if there's anything that needs to change with the formatting or reword anything to make it sound a little bit better and more appealing to the employer, they will help you make those changes. So just bring your resume and just be prepared to talk about your experiences
All
there.
right.
Awesome. And you mentioned that you made sure that you had clothing before that was appropriate for an interview. Do you have any clothing now that's appropriate for an interview?
Well, I don't know. Probably not. It's probably very out of date. Like I said, money's been really tight for us, so generally it's for jeans. But I'll look and see if I have anything to wear. If I don't, what should I do?
If you don't have anything, the United Methodist Church on First Street has a women's empowerment closet.
Oh, how cool!
And it's a really, really neat thing that they've got going. And women will donate their gently used business professional attire to the closet, and they will give it out to women that need something to wear to an interview. So even if you just have a white blouse and you don't have a skirt or a jacket to go with it, you could possibly go to this closet, and if they have anything that fits you, they will give it to you.
Great.
Yeah, the Women Empowerment Closet with the United Methodist Church on First Street.
Okay, I'll remember that. And if I
Okay.
don't have anything, I'll definitely get in contact and see when I can come by and pick something out.
Awesome. So when do you think you might be able to check your closet?
I'll check it tonight when I leave. That's something I can do anytime I'm at the house.
Okay, okay.
Get right on that.
Awesome. So we'll add that to your task, that you will check your closet for work appropriate clothes.
Mhm.
And let me just make sure, I don't want to make any assumptions. What do you see as work appropriate for an interview?
Well, I guess it depends on the interview. Say, if it's at a bar, I don't think me going in a three-piece suit is going to be very appealing to them. In that case, maybe very casual, not walking in with like a marijuana leaf on my shirt for goodness sake. But, just, some, nice khakis and a nice shirt or something like that. If it's anywhere else, like more retail, more administrative, I want to look, maybe skirt, an appropriate length skirt, some hose, some high heels or some stilettos, that kind of thing.
Wow,
What do you
stilettos.
think?
Well, I think fashion is awesome.
I like shoes.
Oh, I love shoes too. Well, since you love shoes, stilettos might be a little like fashion forward for an interview. You want to not distract them with your shoes, but you just want to look professional with your shoes.
Okay.
So stilettos are great when you're partying, but it may not be quite appropriate for an interview. So
Okay.
maybe stick with a closed toe shoe
Okay.
and a small heel, not too high, but stilettos might be a little too much.
Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know that
Yeah.
because I was just, I would have thought it would have been great to wear, but now that you told me this, I'll look more appropriate to focus on me and not on my stilettos.
Absolutely.
If they have stilettos at the women's empowerment clinic, because I don't have any at home. But now I know what to look for. Closed toe, maybe a little bit of heel, but great,
Yeah, just
awesome.
enough for you to look polished, but not distracting from what we really want to focus on is your great ability to do the work that they want you to do.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Tiara, you're so alive.
Well, I'm just, like I said, you have all these skills, and I'm just polishing them up for you. So we're going to make sure that you're set up for success.
Right.
And you mentioned also checking your previous employers to see if they would give you a reference. Is that something that you think you could do now since there's been such a time gap since you asked for it?
What do you think? Do you think I should contact them, or do you think I should perhaps see if I can develop some fresher references?
Well, it won't hurt to at least call your last employer
Okay,
and see if those that were that knew your work ethic are still working there.
Okay, I'll do that.
And at least you know that if your employer that you're interested in, if they do call your previous employer, that there will be somebody that can talk about you and talk about your work ethic. If there's no one there that knew you while you worked there, it would be pointless giving the call. So at least find out if there's someone there that still works there that knew you and can talk about your work ethic.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. I'll definitely attempt that, and I'll let you know how that turns out.
Okay. When do you think you can make that call?
I'll call tomorrow. This is something as well that I can do from home, so I don't have to really work around anybody else too much. So I'll definitely do that tomorrow.
Okay, awesome. And I know it's been about 3 weeks since you've been attending the women's group. Do you think that any of those women would be able to talk about the type of person that you want to be a reference?
That is a really great idea. I hadn't even considered that, but I will at the next meeting definitely bring that up with one or two that I know could probably definitely do that. Since I've been going for a while now, I know them a lot better. So I will definitely talk to them as well. I think that's a great idea. I think most jobs require 3 references, so I think that's something I'll definitely, explore.
Sounds good. All right, so it sounds like we've got a plan and we've got dates for when you're going to accomplish your task, and it sounds like this is a really good outline. So we'll follow up on how this is going next week, and then we can plan out how we're going to attain your education goal next week as well.
You want to do that next week?
Yeah.
Okay,
Do that next
great,
week.
great.
All right. Well, thank
Not
you
too
so
overwhelming.
much.
That's really good. No, I'm glad that, once I think about it now, I kind of wanted to talk about everything today, but I've got a lot to do this week. So that's right. It's great that we'll do that next week, I think.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you don't feel overwhelmed. And now having this plan outlined, you'll be able to look back, and if you forget anything, you can feel free to give me a call or look back to your plan. It's all outlined here. So I think we're going to be good. I'm excited to see how things go next week.
Me as well. I hope they go good. I hope they do a good job.
I'm confident. I'm confident in you. I'm confident in the plan that we've created. So I think we're going to go well.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you again for coming in. Is there anything else that you need help with, or anything on your mind that we need to talk about?
I think that okay. For right now, I'm okay.
Okay.
But, maybe next week when we talk about the education goals, if there's any kind of issues that come up, I definitely will bring them up. But right now, everything's just kind of slowly going into motion.
Great. Awesome. All right. Well, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and thank you again for coming.
Okay, I hope you have a very happy holiday season, no matter how you celebrate.
Oh, thank you so much.
Right.